It's a beautiful day for baseball on the Central Coast. Game 3 of the San Luis Obispo Blues regular season as they welcome in the West Coast Kings, the first matchup of two between these two foes. Well, before the game gets started, I want to welcome you inside the broadcast booth for the Ancient Owl pregame show. My name is Ryan Giacomini, your play-by-play broadcaster for the season. Let's first recap last night's game. The Blues dropped their first game of the season to the Coastal Dodgers and split a two-game series with them. The Dodgers came out hot, scored in the first, scored in the third, and then scored 3 runs in the 5th inning. The Blues only 2 of their runs came in the 4th, and then they went dormant until the 9th. They did give themselves a chance to win late in the game, but the bats were not going throughout the entire game. Just 1 hit prior to the 6th inning, and that came by Kosei Suzuki in the 4th inning. It was an RBI single. The Blues look to get back on track offensively tonight. They had a good game offensively in the first game of the series. They put up 10 hits and 9 runs and won that game 9-3. So they stand at a record of 1-1. Tonight I mentioned they're welcoming in the West Coast Kings, members of the PEL, the Pacific Empire League, with teams like the Healdsburg Prune Packers and the Lincoln Potters, as well the Solano Mudcats, all 3 of those teams former CCL teams just a few years ago. They are going to be starting Declan Casey, who is a right-handed pitcher from Chabot College, currently looking for a new place to call home this summer. He had a good year at Chabot. Doesn't strike out a lot of batters. He's going to get about 1 an inning on average, but a 3.6 ERA this last year with Chabot, and he's a guy who's going to fill up the strike zone. It's a 3-pitch mix for him: fastball, cutter, splitter. That splitter might be very difficult for Blues hitters to pick up. It's not a pitch that you see all that often at the collegiate level. That fastball is going to top out around 92 with the cutter in the mid-80s. So a good variety, but just a 3-pitch mix for the starter. The Blues, if they want to win this game, they got to be patient in counts and then attack when they get good pitches. Casey, as I mentioned, not a big strikeout guy, but he will come into the zone in later counts. He's not a guy who he doesn't walk a lot of batters. So be patient, wait till you get that pitch that you want, and then crush it. For the Blues in their lineup today, no players making their debuts. Definitely a few changes from yesterday after the loss. The loss in last night's game went on the line of Felix Stork. Despite Stork pitching very well for an inning, he gave up 3 earned runs in the 5th and received the loss. Well, this is game 3 of 4 to start the season here at home during Memorial Day weekend. The Blues have 10 in a row at home before they hit the road against the Sonoma Stompers. This is just game 3 of many, and it's preseason, so they still have plenty of time to get back on track after the loss last night. This is a Kings team that is very, very solid. They can get the job done. It's a younger team, much like we saw with the Dodgers. They're going to have a lot of players who just graduated high school. They're going to have a few college-level guys. As I mentioned, the starter, Declan Casey, will be a sophomore next year at Chabot. But I think the most notable name in the lineup is the leadoff hitter for the Kings, Blake Porter. Blake Porter just finished up his senior season and now is a commit of the University of San Francisco to play in the West Coast Conference, a Division I program. Look for him to be productive out of the leadoff spot tonight. Blues got to find a way to shut him down so he can't set the table for the middle of the order. The Blues lineup, it's very similar up top as to yesterday. Martinez will bat second. Nahar will lead off. Both of them had a hit in yesterday's game. Kosei Suzuki cleans it up as he did for the first 2 games of the season. Gradal and Bernal, no relation, they bat 5th and 6th. Sean Rivas will bat 7th, where he has all weekend long. And then Garcia and Munoz round out the lineup. We'll take another look at that lineup later, but I think a big name to watch tonight is Brendan Comerford. He struggled in opening day, but he's one of the best bats on this Blues team. He raked at Ohlone College a few years ago. So hopefully he can provide some spark in the middle of the order, and the offense can get back on track today. Well, we're going to send it back down to the field, go to a quick break, and then we'll have the first pitch and starting lineups. Over 3,000 fans have streamed into Sinsheimer for opening weekend. Another good crowd today as the Blues play their third game of their summer. The Kings, their first, members of the Pacific Empire League, looking to get their season going right. But to do so, they will have to face the Blues, who split 2 games with the Dodgers. Well, the pitcher tonight for the San Luis Obispo Blues is Corbin Giacomini. Giacomini, a commit for LMU, Loyola Marymount University, and a graduate of Scotts Valley High School. Spent 2 years as a Bulldog with the College of San Mateo, where last year he boasted a 2.18 ERA. Just 1 start last year, mainly used as a reliever, but his first year as a Bulldog, 11 of his 13 appearances were starts. So not necessarily unfamiliar with starting, but just did not do it a lot this last year. As I mentioned, a really good season with the Bulldogs. He gave up 15 hits and 14 walks in his 20 innings pitched with 23 strikeouts. He'll look to provide a quality start for the Blues today. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the visiting West Coast Kings. Leading it off, it's the man I highlighted in the pregame show, the shortstop Blake Porter. Following him is Bubba Martinez. John Bullock will bat third. Miles Clayton cleans it up and is the designated hitter. Caleb Hendricks, will bat fifth. Ethan Flynn bats sixth with Zach Altamura, Rayshawn Priest, and Jimmy McNeven rounding out the order. Just about to get underway here at Sinsheimer. The Blues play a 53-game season. After today, there will be 50 more games. A lot of guys from this Blues team still not with the team. Wrapping up Division I postseason tournaments this weekend. A few guys even playing at Super Regionals at the Division II level who will be expected to join as soon as their season ends. The Blues have a scrappy group right now. There's a couple of players who are temporary players for the Blues. One of those, A.J. Martinez. Today is his last day with the team. Ty Bernal, another one in the lineup today, who is a temporary player. Sean Rivas as well. Well, Blake Porter, is getting ready. Corbin Giacomini is getting ready. And we are ready for baseball. First pitch, called strike at 4:02 p.m. It's an 89-mile-an-hour fastball. Game time temperature 66 degrees. Not a cloud in the sky. The 0-1. Called strike 2. Want to apologize again today. I am again by myself. So there will be no balls and strikes on the score bug. But I will keep you updated at least a few times per at bat. Here's the 0-2. A slider that just missed. Good spot in the 0-2 count. One, two. Another really good slider. This one is a called strike 3. Porter goes down looking. First strikeout of the day for a Blues pitching staff that racked up 13 in last night's loss. Brings up Bubba Martinez. First pitch misses down and away. This one's sliced the other way, and it's going to be foul. He'll play for Suzuki. for this West Coast Kings team. I mentioned a team in the Pacific Empire League. This one misses up and away. They play a lot of games just like the Blues do. Today kicks off their season. A 2-1. Sliced foul. After this weekend, these two games, they get to host a game against the they travel on the road to play the South Bay Storm before playing 15 games in June and 13 games in July. Count runs full as that one misses. John Bullock waits on deck. And a full count offering to Martinez. Swung on in, chopped to third. Comerford will cut it off and throw it across the diamond to make the play. 2 quick outs for Gieson. Let's take a look at the defense alignment for the Blues. You just saw Comerford make that play on third. And the rest of the infield is Martinez at short, Munoz at second with Rivas at first. In the outfield from left to right, it's Ty Bernal, Dom Nahar, and Kosei Suzuki with Josue Garcia behind the plate and Riddall as the designated hitter. Two outs now for John Bullock, who watches strike one. A 1 down and in. Bullock, a Mariner from the Culture Marin, going into his sophomore season next spring. Backdoor cutter that catches his own. A ball and 2 strikes now to the first baseman for the Kings. Originally from Napa, California, and a graduate of Vintage High School in the Vine Valley Athletic League. That one misses upstairs. I had my fair share of run against Vintage, being from Petaluma, California, which is just about 45 minutes away from Napa, in the same exact conference. Here's the Deuces Wild offering, and it's swung on and foul tipped off the mitt of Garcia, who can't glove it. It's last year in the Bay Valley Conference with the Mariners. 43 hits in his 148 at-bats, 10 of them for extra bases, including 2 home runs. 2-2, called strike 3. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Corbin Gieson, and after the top of the first, it's the Kings nothing and the Dodgers up, and the Blues up on the SLO Blues streaming network. The Kings go down empty in the first inning, and it's 0-0 as I introduce you to the lineup for the Blues as announced by head coach Dean Traynor. Dom Nahar will lead it off like he has all weekend long. AJ Martinez bats second. Brendan Comerford slots back into the lineup in the 3-hole. Kosei Suzuki will clean it up. Jack Gradell is the designated hitter. He bats 5th. Ty Bernal bats 6th with Sean Rivas, Josue Garcia, and Isaiah Munoz rounding out the order. Those 9 will be facing Declan Casey, who I spotlighted in the pregame show. Casey, very good this last year as a Gladiator with Chabot. ERA below 3.6. He had 4 starts in his 16 appearances with a 6-2 record, 58 innings pitched, 68 hits, 20 walks, 45 strikeouts. 3-pitch mix, fastball, cutter, splitter. As Nahar steps in the bottom of the first. First pitch, a fastball that misses low. .89-mile-an-hour fastball. The 0-1 is swung on and sliced into right center field. The center fielder Martinez and the right fielder Flynn converge, and Martinez will make the catch for the opening out. 2 pitches, 1 out, and it brings up AJ Martinez. Martinez in yesterday's game 1 for 3, drew a walk and later scored, and 2 stolen bases, and struck out looking. One just misses downstairs. Martinez, a temporary player with the Blues. This will actually be his final day with the Blues. Called strike. For Martinez. He's a Cougar from Cuesta. Graduate of Granada High School. Last year at Cuesta, .333 batting average. Very good, but slightly down from his freshman year, where it was .356. Finds himself behind 1-2 as he chops this one up the middle. Racing in is Porter. He'll throw it over to first in time. Let's take a look at the defensive alignment for the visiting West Coast Kings. In the outfield from left to right, it'll be Rayshawn Priest, with Bubba Martinez in center and Ethan Flynn in right field. On the infield from third to first, it's McNiven, Porter, Altamura, and Bullock, with Hendricks behind the plate and Clayton acting as the designated hitter. 2 outs now. Very efficient work so far as Brendan Comerford steps in. First pitch is that cutter for a called strike. Fastball crushed right at the shortstop, Porter, who can't come up with it. A hard hit, infield single, 91 miles an hour off the bat. Comerford did not miss much of that ball, and it's the first hit of the day for the Blues. Gives Kosei Suzuki a chance in the first inning. The runner on and 2 outs. Suzuki has been all over since he started his college playing. First pitch is called strike. Started his collegiate career as a plainsman with Frank Phillips College in Texas. Spent 2 years there. As Suzuki chops this one on the ground to second, flip the easy way, and that will do it. Comerford's 2-out hit is stranded after a complete inning. There is no score here in San Luis Obispo. After an inning of baseball, neither team scores a run. Kings come back up in the top of the second after going down in order. 2 strikeouts for Giesen. As in steps Miles Clayton. Left-handed hitting. Outfielder. Wearing the wrong number. Maybe. Listed as number 10 on our roster, wearing number 2 today. From Lafayette, California, a graduate of Campolindo High School. Finds himself behind 0-2. That one fouled into the mid of Garcia, who can't squeeze it again. Second time that we've had that happen. Clayton, a Bear Cub from Santa Rosa Junior College. Compete in the Big 8 conference. Finds himself in a hole. He takes upstairs. 114 at-bats this last year, 29 hits in those at-bats, with 8 of them for extra bases. Giesen looking for strikeout number 3. A slider that didn't come back far enough, and it evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Downstairs, and it's 0-2 to 3-2. Giesen pounded the strike zone. Second time he's been in a 3-ball count. Both of them were full counts. See how long he goes today. As I mentioned, primarily used as a reliever this last year, as this one's spoiled. That pitch was well outside. Giesen gets lucky. Here's the 3-2. Swung on and popped up and out of play once more. Another full count in the dirt. It's going to be ball 4. Oh. They're going to say that he went around and it's a strikeout. Next up. Strikeout number 3 for Corbin Giesen. Manager for the Kings is coming out to talk with the home plate umpire to figure out what happened. I thought it was ball 4, but they appealed and said that he went around and the throw to first was in time. Well, it's Caleb Hendricks now with 1 out. This one's fouled away. Early season summer ball. Another guy who's listed as number 9 on the roster, but wearing number 15. It's opening day for, opening weekend, I should say, for everyone. That one is fouled away. Another 0-2 count. Giesen has done an incredible job getting ahead in these first couple at-bats. Here he has 3 strikeouts, 2 of them looking. The lone ball put in play was a ground out from Bubba Martinez. 0-2. Swung on a missed. Handcuffed Caleb Hendricks. There is strikeout number 4. Punishing the strike zone is Corbin Geeson. That brings up Ethan Flynn. Flynn, local to the area, at least for his college ball. Played this last year at Cuesta, originally from Santa Cruz. First pitch to him is a called strike that clips the outside part. Last year, Flynn saw limited action. As he swings and misses. Again, it's 0-2. 29 at-bats. 7 hits with 1 extra base hit. It was a triple. Here's the 0-2. Called strike 3. Geeson strikes out the side in order and has 5 total punchies through 2 innings. Blues have a chance to come back up in the bottom of the second and see if they can help Geeson out. It's 0-0 after an inning and a half.
Go to the marketing tent, pick up your stainless steel cups from Apex Technical.
On the mound, Geeson has been dealing 5 strikeouts in his 6 batters faced. Offensively, the Blues had nothing to show after a 2-out hit in the first inning, and it'll be Jack Gradell to lead it off with Ty Bernal and Sean Rivas, the 3 who are due up. Ryan Giacomini right here with you on the SLO Blues streaming network. First pitch misses inside to Gradell, who made his Blues debut yesterday and went 0 for 4 with a strikeout. Did reach on an error in the 9th. As this one plunks him. It's a leadoff base runner on the hit by pitch. Brings up Ty Bernal. Bernal yesterday, 1 for 3, a walk, a stolen base, and a strikeout. Left-handed hitter. Blues have just a few of those in their lineup today. First pitch is swung on and missed. Blocked behind the plate to keep Gradell at first. Bernal. Takes that one low. He's one of just 2 left-handed hitters in this lineup. The other one, Josue Garcia, who bats 8th. today. Currently attending Mission Prep High School just down the road. This one's chopped on the ground. Going to be a tough play, and it's through for a base hit. Bernal chops it through the right side, goes the other way, and puts 2 on with nobody out for Sean Rivas.
Standing out for San Luis Obispo, number 19, Sean Rivas.
RBI chance, a good opportunity to take the lead after not holding a lead at all tomorrow night. Pickoff move to second, no throw. Last night's game, the Dodgers jumped out to a 2-0 lead. The closest the Blues got was tying it up in the bottom of the 4th. This one's fouled away. But immediately after the Blues scored those 2 runs in the 4th, 3 runs from the Dodgers in the top of the 5th. The Blues put together 2 runs in the 9th, but that would be all as they tried to make a comeback. Final 5-4. Swung on and chopped on the infield. Going to be a tough play. Racing across the diamond is McNiven, and he will throw it across to make the play. It's a productive out. 2 runners move up into scoring position for Josue Garcia.
Standing in now for the Blues, number 37, Josue Garcia.
Garcia didn't play in yesterday's game, but got the start on opening day behind the plate, where he walked, scored a run, and struck out. Left-handed hitting catcher. Takes the first pitch for a ball. One-0, swung on and hit to the right side. That's going to be through for a base hit. Rene Regalado is going to wave around Bernal. The throw at the plate. Bernal is hosed.
When the Blues score, you score.
Dean Traynor shoots out of the dugout.
We have $3 Coors
I don't think Ty Bernal ever got tagged.
Field recording live right now, both sides of the ballpark.
Regardless, it's 1 run for the Blues.
Direct and Magic FX.
We'll see
Sponsoring
if Garcia gets awarded another RBI or not.
special effects. Blues up 1-0.
Our vantage point, I mean, I just don't think that he got tagged. See Dean and the home plate umpire discussing right there.
432.
And the call is going to stand.
432. We need you
So 2 outs, 1 run in as Bernal
634.
gets gunned down trying to go for home as the second out. That brings up the 9-hole hitter, Isaiah Munoz. Munoz pinch hit in yesterday's game and struck out after going 1 for 4 on opening day. Couple looks at first, and the fastball misses away. The Blues, through the first 2 games of the season, have a team batting average of 242. This inning,
Heads up, foul ball, first base side.
this game I should say, Blues are
Whoever caught that
3 for 7, significantly better than that team average. One misses outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Blues have a run in on the RBI single from Garcia. He stands at first as that one just misses for a ball. Advantage Munoz. Over to first, not in time. Munoz, a Golden Eagle from Cal State LA, Division II school that competes in the California Collegiate Athletic Association. (3-1), down and away, and that's ball 4. 2-out walk for Munoz will flip it back to the top of the order. The 4th base runner to reach safely for the Blues in this inning. It gives Dom Nahar an opportunity to extend the lead.
Back up to the top of the order for the Blues, with 23, Dom Nahar.
Nahar flew out to center field in the first inning. Takes a first pitch for a called strike right at the knees. On second is Garcia. Munoz is on first. This one's in the dirt. 1-1. Nahar. Takes this one up inside. A pioneer from Division II Cal State East Bay. Career .303 hitter. 2025 CCL All-Star, but not with the Blues. He played with the Alameda Merchants. Known for his speed and defense. Looking to provide some runs batted in here. On the ground to short. Porter can't glove it, and it's going to be an error. The inning stays alive on an E6 and loads the bases. It's going to warrant a meeting on the mound for the West Coast Kings. Seeing a pretty heavy dip in pitch velocity for Declan Casey already. Casey plays community college ball where he got 4 starts this last year. Definitely can go long distances. He pitched 5 innings, gave up just 2 runs in the championship game of the West Coast Conference North Division title game, which Chabot won from the Bay Area. Cal High School graduate, San Ramon, California native. Looks to get out of a bases loaded 2-out jam with a left-handed pitcher getting loose for the Kings. It'll be AJ Martinez. Martinez doesn't have a run batted in this season. First pitch, called strike, dots it on the inside part. It's Garcia on third, Munoz on second with Nahar on first. Lots of speed on the base pass, especially at first. The 1-1. Swung on and chopped on the infield. Cutting it off is the third baseman, McNiven. He will throw it across the diamond and make the play. The Blues get a run on a single from Josue Garcia, but they strand 3 as we head into the third. Blues hold a lead for the first time since Friday night. Blues get a run in the bottom of the second inning, and they lead it right there, 1-0. Corbin Geeson heads back to the bump for the Blues. He's faced 6 batters and retired 6 batters, 5 of them by way of the K. It'll be Zach Altamura to lead it off. First pitch is a called strike. Slider that's hit well into left field and falling fast. It's going to get down in front of the left fielder, Bernal, who made a bad play on it, and it rolls all the way to the warning track. Rounding second and heading third is Altamura, where he will be held up. A stand-up triple to lead off the inning. Okay. A single and an error will be the official ruling. A 2-bag error. Costly play by Ty Bernal. It's only the second ball that was put in play from the Kings, and it gives them the tying run 90 feet away as the corner is playing on the grass. First pitch is swung on in a high chopper to Comerford. The throw across the diamond is not going to be in time. An infield RBI single for Rayshawn Priest. Just like that, 2 pitches into the inning, and the Kings have tied it up. Brings up Jim McNiven. First pitch called strike. Fastball right at the letters. McNiven goes to Alone. He didn't play this last year for the Renegades. Down and away. Another called strike. A ball and 2 strikes to the 9-hole. McGibbon, who last saw game action with Vacaville High School as a Bulldog in the Monticello Empire League. Big swing and a miss. Another bottle of hot sauce. It's the first out, and it is the 6th strikeout, the first time through the batting order for Corbin Geeson. And it brings up Blake Porter, one of the 6 strikeout victims the first time through. He opened the game by striking out looking. First pitch, called strike. Porter just finished up a 4-year varsity career with Vintage High School in Napa. Runner goes. Pitch is down and away. The throw to second, not in time. Stolen base for Rayshawn Priest puts him in scoring position. More on Porter. He mainly played at JV his freshman year, but was pulled up late in the year to the varsity level. His junior year was his best year by far. Batted .456. This one misses away. 12 doubles with 2 home runs and 16 RBIs. A 1310 OPS that season. 2-1, down and away, 3-1. Good enough numbers with the Crushers to commit to play Division I ball. Big swing and a miss. Play some ball in the West Coast Conference with the Dons. Good ball club. Made the West Coast Conference tournament this year. Full count, swung on and popped up. Shallow right field. Suzuki goes out, but Munoz will make the play as the second baseman, and there is the second out. Brings up Bubba Martinez with 2 outs, and that runner still on second base. Rayshawn Priest. Martinez, through the first 6 batters, was the only guy who put the ball in play. A ground out to third. First pitch just misses upstairs. Maybe a little out as well on the 83-mile-an-hour sinker. 1-0. Slider. They appeal, or there's no appeal. 2 balls and no strikes now. Martinez, 2024 high school graduate. Takes a strike on the inner part. Graduate of Palma High School in Salinas, California. Two-1 is hit off the hands and into left field. It's going to drop. Bernal fields it on a hop. His throw to the plate is cut off. And Josue Garcia was not on the plate waiting for Comerford's throw. And the Kings take a lead. RBI single from Bubba Martinez. brings up John Bullock with his team already scoring 2 runs in the inning with 2 outs. First pitch is fouled away.
Out of bounds, kids. We'll just let that one sit where it is. But thanks to Big Brand Tire for sponsoring our 3 foul balls.
Kings have 2 runs on 3 hits in the inning. Here's the 0-1. It swung on and fouled through the legs of Bullock. Swing and a miss. That's how the inning will end. The damage is done, however. 3 hits produces 2 runs, and the Kings grab their first lead of the day. It is 2-1 on the SLO Blues streaming network.
Bottom of the 3rd, time to give away some more stuff. This time it's a $10 gift.
The Blues trail it now 2-1. They'll have Brendan Comerford to lead off the inning. And this half inning is brought to you by SLO County Golf. 3 incredible locations within SLO County, 1 in Atascadero, 1 in Morro Bay, and 1 right here in San Luis Obispo. Head over to SLOCountyGolf.com for more information and to book your next tee time. First pitch to Comerford is crushed down the left field line, but it's going to wrap foul. Comerford got the first hit of the day for the Blues, a 91-mile-an-hour ground ball that Porter couldn't handle due to the heat.
For the Blues, number 2, Brendan
Comerford just announced he is entering the transfer portal after 1 year at Gonzaga, where he didn't play. The 0-1 in the dirt. So a big summer for Comerford. Trying to back up his numbers from a couple years ago at Ohlone College, where he slugged over 700. Find himself a new place to call home. He takes this one upstairs and is head in the count 2-1. a team he did play for, Gonzaga. They're a West Coast Conference team that is leaving the conference to head to the Pac-12. Sports powerhouse in the West Coast Conference, but they're going to take their talents to a Power 5 conference. Comerford ahead, 3 balls and 1 strike here on a lovely Sunday afternoon of Memorial Day weekend. 3-1. Swung on and roped down the line. That's a fair ball. Brennan Comerford's going to have extra bases as he rounds first and chugs for second. Going to be a close play, but he slides in safely. A lead-off double for Comerford. Great piece of hitting, ripped it down the line. We saw a very similar swing on the first pitch of the at-bat that he roped foul. That one didn't quite have the launch angle the first one had, but he hit that ball 97 miles an hour off the bat. 2 very good swings from Comerford in this game that have resulted in 2 hits. Gives the cleanup hitter Kosei Suzuki a runner on. Suzuki leads the team and runs batted in early in the year. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but he has 4. 3 in the inaugural game and 1 last night. A move to second, no throw, as Comerford scampers back. Suzuki playing in his 2nd year with the Blues. This one misses upstairs. 3 Blues in the lineup today who are familiar faces to the team. Comerford, Suzuki, and Josue Garcia. Garcia played here a couple years ago as a temporary guy. Suzuki takes that one for a called strike. One on one now. Suzuki 1 for 3 in yesterday's matchup against the Coastal Dodgers. This one sliced the other way and into the gap. Long run, but Martinez will get there as Comerford is tagging up for third. It's cut off. A productive out. Puts a runner 90 feet away for Jack Gradell. All he needs now, deep fly out, ground ball up the middle, or a hit would get the job done and score Comerford from third to tie this game back up at 2-2. First pitch, big looping breaking ball that gets called for a strike. Vidal, temporary guy. Played the last 2 years with Cuesta College down the road. The 0-1. Goes back to that breaking ball, but this time misses way outside. Was hit by pitch in the 2nd and later scored. The aces are free here in the bottom of the 3rd. A ball, a strike, and an out with a runner on and a 1-run game. Here's the pitch. Swung on and nubbed the other way. This is going to get the job done as Bullock touches first and Comerford comes home to score. 2-2 now after the RBI ground out. doing a job as it brings up Ty Bernal with 2 outs and nobody on.
Plate number 41, Ty Bernal.
First pitch to the left-handed hitting Bernal is a strike that just barely clips the zone. Bernal had a single. This one misses inside, 1-1. The single came in the second. He was hosed by the right fielder, Ethan Flynn, trying to score on a base hit from Garcia. Here's the 1-1. It's hit back up the middle, deflected off the pitcher, and the throw to first from Porter is an out. Your typical 1-6-3 putout is how the inning ends, but the Blues do tie it up with an RBI ground out from Jack Gruddahl. We head to the fourth, a third of the way through at Sinsheimer, and it's a tied ball game.
30th anniversary. They are the parents.
Blues tied up. This half inning is brought to you by the YMCA of San Luis Obispo, as there's a new pitcher for the Blues. It's a high schooler from Paso Robles, Nate Contreras. His first pitch is a called strike. Contreras, this last year, in his junior season, boasted a 2.4 ERA in his 42 2/3 innings pitched. 43 strikeouts to his 16 walks. Looking to provide some middle relief and a 2-2 ball game. It's the 1-1. This ball is swung on and crushed to left field. Long run for Suzuki, who dives. Did he catch it? Oh, yes, he did. Gosei Suzuki with a stellar play in right. Such a long run that he disappears from your screen and makes a phenomenal play in right field to open up the inning and the outing for Nate Contreras. For Gieson, his final line, he threw 3 innings, gave up 3 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned, walked no batters, and struck out 8, or check that, 7. Good day for Corbin Gieson. After the spectacular play, it brings up Caleb Hendricks, who finds himself ahead, 2 balls and no strikes. Swung on a miss. Blew the fastball by Hendricks, who struck out in his first appearance. Now a slider that ducks in the zone. Hendricks, a catcher from Stockton, California, and a commit of CSU Bakersfield. 2-2, swung on a miss. 8th strikeout for this Blues pitching staff, and the first for Nate Contreras.
7-1-1. That's you.
Second time Hendricks has gone down by way of the K. 2 outs, it brings up Ethan Flynn. Flynn, a 6'2", 205-pound outfielder. Takes a front hip slider for strike 1. Now a fastball that's off the hands and into left field. Long run for Bernal, who will make the grab in fair territory to end the inning. A quick 1-2-3 for Nate Contreras out of the pen. The Blues bats get to come back up. They've scored it back-to-back innings. We'll see what they can do in the bottom of the 4th.
To help his parents celebrate their 30th.
Sean Rivas leads off the inning in a 2-2 ball game. It's the bottom of the 4th. Ryan Giacomini with you on the SLO Blues streaming network. The bottom 3 in the order, Garcia and Munoz, the other 2 to bat. First pitch is a called strike. Up and away. There's a new pitcher for the Kings. It's Ty Everhart, as his slider dips below the zone. This one's hit foul. Everhart, a Ram from Galvian College. This last year as a freshman, he his freshman year with the Rams. It was actually in the 2023 season. He only saw 3 appearances, and all of them were at the plate. Three-two, check swing that's sent foul. Do the full count offering again. It's a left on right matchup. Big looping breaking ball that didn't come back to the zone, and it's the 3rd straight inning the Blues have had their leadoff base runner reach. It's been a key to success today. Both times the leadoff base runner has reached, in the 2nd and the 3rd they have scored. Yesterday the Blues scored in 2 innings, and in both of those innings the leadoff base runner reached base. On an opening day, the Blues scored in the 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, and the 7th. They had the leadoff base runner reach in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, not the 5th, and the 7th. So far this season, in innings where the Blues have scored, the leadoff base runner has reached all but 1 time. As Josue Garcia thought he got hit by a pitch. The home plate umpire says he didn't. And out comes Dean Traynor to discuss. Josue Garcia pretty immediately flipped his bat over to the dugout. Now he's retrieved his bat and he's standing just outside the left-handed batter's box, waiting as the conversation between Dean and the home plate umpire continues. While we have this break, I want to thank some of the sponsors who make this broadcast possible. Aquesta Inn, Ancient Owl, Beer Garden and Bottle Shop, the YMCA of SLO, Hotel Cerro, EECU, Studio Design Group Architects, and SLO County Golf. All proud sponsors of the SLO Blues streaming network. Well, it's going to just be a ball, and it's a 1-0 count to Garcia. This one now behind Garcia. 2-0. Garcia raked with with Alan Hancock. A career almost 390 batting average, 386 is that exact number. Had an RBI hit in the 2nd. This one is off the inside part of the barrel and fouled. Took advantage of a pitch he liked. A 2-0 fastball on the inside part, was just a little too early on it. The runner on first is Rivas. He walked to lead off the inning. Garcia waits on the off-speed pitch and laces it into center field, but Martinez has a beat on it and will make the catch. First out of the inning, brings up Isaiah Munoz. Munoz walked in the 2nd and was stranded on 2nd. 1 out now with the runner on first as he takes a ball low. Munoz committed to Cal State Northridge out of high school but never attended. Went to Cuesta in his first year of college, followed that up with a year at the College of Sequoias as the runner goes, and it's a stolen base for Rivas. First one of the season for Rivas and the first one of the day for the Blues, who have already racked up 16 on the season. Make that one 17. Pitch from Munoz is fouled off. Two and one now. Swung on and hit the other way off the end of the bat. It's going to be a long run for the first baseman, and it's an infield single for Munoz. Munoz barely hit that ball in play, but it was an awkward spot, and it's going to be an infield single to put runners on the corners with one out.
Other sponsors of Blues baseball include Meredith Insurance Center, Mechanics Bank, Magic FX, Madonna Inn, Bonfire.
Going to bring a mound meeting for the Kings.
Got some great merchandise, some great Blues merchandise, some few new things this year. Some cool scarves, a nice zip-up hoodie.
Everhard.
It gets chilly around the ballpark. And merchandise is available at the merch tent until sometime during the
Left-handed pitcher.
Right by the barbecue tent. Check out all the latest
6'1", 150 pounds from Central Catholic High School in Central Valley, Modesto, California.
wearing all that for cash and credit. All available at the merch tent. Running now number 23, which is the top of the lineup for the Blues, Dom Nahar.
After the infield single, brings up Dom Nahar, who reached on an error in the second and flew out in the first, third time through the order for the Blues already. Middle infielders double play depth, the first baseman Bullock holding on the runner. First pitch, fastball, and misses away. Down and in. Mike Volkman is getting loose for the Kings in their bullpen. 3 balls and no strikes now.
Everybody clap your hands.
When Nahar reached on an error in the second, it loaded the bases. He draws a walk here. Have the same results. Three-0. Fastball, it misses downstairs. Nahar draws a walk. Ducks on the pond for A.J. Martinez, the second time he's come up with the bases juiced. Last time, there was a ground out to third in the first when he came up, where the bases weren't loaded. He grounded out to short. One out with the bases loaded. Slider, it misses down. It's a 2-2 ball game. Called strike. Blues looking to unload here in the fourth with the bases loaded. And just one out. Heart of the order coming up. Martinez is 0 for 2 today at the plate. And that one hit him. That's how the Blues take the lead. Hit by pitch. That's the third free pass given out in the fourth inning here by Ty Everhard. And it's an RBI for Martinez. Brings up Brendan Comerford. Damage still can be done. Comerford has hit the ball very hard twice today and is 2 for 2 with a single and a double. First baseman plays in on the grass as Comerford takes a first pitch for a called strike. So now this season, the Blues have scored in 10 innings, as this one squirts away, but not far enough. The Blues have scored in 10 innings this season. In those 10 innings, 9 of them, the leadoff base runner has reached safely. Maybe a key to success for the Blues this season. The only inning where they didn't reach base safely, or the leadoff hitter didn't reach base safely and they scored, was the 5th inning of opening day, and it was thanks to Hicksonball hitting a 1-out double. Here's the 1-1. Comerford takes a gigantic hack and nubs it off the end of the bat. Trying to send that ball to Atascadero. Ball and 2 strikes now. Comerford just barely gets a piece of that, and it clips Hendricks behind the plate. Hendricks appears to be okay, so we'll do the 1-2 offering again. Blues have a run-in on a RBI hit by pitch from A.J. Martinez. He's on first. Nahar's on second with Munoz on third. Pitch is swung on and hit on a line, and the runner on first, Martinez, forgot how many outs there are. It's going to be a double play to end the inning. Blues pick up a run on the hit by pitch, but a base running mistake keeps it at a 1-run advantage. We head to the 5th inning here from Sinsheimer.
We have a couple of teams. We have Shannon.
3-2 Blues. They've scored in 3 consecutive innings. The second time they've done that this season. Did it on opening day as well. They actually scored in 4 consecutive innings on opening day. And they hold a 3-2 lead. It's the top of the 5th. Bottom 3 in the order for the Kings due up with Zach Altamura taking a strike against Nate Contreras. Contreras faced the minimum in the 4th inning after relieving Corbin Geeson. This one skied into shallow center field. Nahar seems to have a beat on it and will make the catch for the first out. Gotta say, I've been pretty impressed with Nate Contreras so far. He's only a high school senior who's kind of filling in this weekend while the Blues wait for some more players to arrive. He's done a good job filling up the strike zone, inducing some weak contact, and facing just 4 batters, the minimum so far. Really likes that front door slider, and it works for him right there again. A pitch that barely clips the inside part of the zone. It's exactly where you want that front door slider. Too much plate, and it could be dangerous as he misses away. Ace is free, a ball, a strike, and an out, and a 1-run ball game. Similar spot, but this time Contreras gets the call. Out of the windup, here's the pitch. Swung on a miss. Strike 3. Blues pitching staff has already racked up 8 strikeouts today. Make it 9 strikeouts today. First pitch misses up and in. Geeson started the game and struck out 7 batters, 7 of the 12 that he faced, and now Contreras has struck out 2 of the 5 he has faced to give the Blues pitching staff 9 total strikeouts. In last night's game, they struck out 13, and an opening day, they struck out 11. Looking for double-digit strikeouts again today, and it's a 1-2 count to Jimmy McNeven. 1 strike away from getting to that number in just the 5th inning. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 2. Swung on a miss. There it is. Strikeout number 10 for this Blues pitching staff, and it's only the 5th inning. Blues will look to score some more in the bottom half. We're halfway through from Sinsheimer. This half inning of Blues Baseball is brought to you by Ancient Owl Beer Garden and Bottle Shop. We just gave away some $10 gift cards in the stadium. So if you want to come to a game, you go to the YouTube page that you're currently watching from, You go down to the description of this live video, and there is a link to my 805 Ticks where you can get your single game tickets. You can get 10 packs, or it's early enough in the season that season tickets would be well worth it. After today, still 30 more home games remaining here at Sinsheimer, with tons of fun coming up. Season ticket holders get access to the 3 fireworks nights. June 6th is the first, just about a little less than 2 weeks away from today. The July 3rd firework night, which is always a hit. And the final one is the final home game of the season on July 27th. Blues lead it 3-2, with Kosei Suzuki leading it off, and it had 2 balls and no strikes. Ty Everhard pumps in a strike to work back into the count. Blues pitching has been dominant today, just had that 2 spot in the 3rd. As Suzuki hits this one off the end of the bat, it's bleeding into center field, but Martinez has the beat and makes the grab. 0 for 3 day for Suzuki in his second fly out to center field, as it brings up Jack Gradell. But before that, we're going to have a pitching change, which means we will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Still more Blues baseball from the Central Coast. It's a 3-2 ball game. A pitching change here with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th inning, is Mike Volkman, the Bulldog from the College of San Mateo, who had a really solid year on the mound. This last year used almost exclusively as a starting pitcher. Only 1 appearance out of the bullpen, 15 total, right through 80 innings. Gave up 77 hits and 22 walks with 60 strikeouts. Good for a 3.05 ERA. His first year, still a very solid year, sub-5 ERA with a 7-4 record. 1 more strikeout in his freshman campaign, 61 compared to 60. Facing the heart of the Blues lineup, as this one is just foul. Gradell finds himself in a 1-1 count after fouling that pitch away. Gradell 0 for 1 today. He was hit by pitch and scored in the 2nd. And he grounded out to first in the 3rd, but that ground out did result in an RBI. I've mentioned it a few times, but if I had to put my money on it, I don't think the Blues are going to score this inning, because they've scored 10 times in 10 innings this season, and in 9 of them, the leadoff runner has reached base safely. In this inning, that did not happen. It's 2-1 now, as this one's hit back up the middle and through for a base hit. One out knock for Jack Riddell. First hit of the day for Riddell. First hit as a Blue, as a matter of fact. It brings up Ty Bernal. Bernal, a high school senior. I'll rephrase that. He just finished up his junior year of high school. He will be going into his senior year of high school next year. Plays just down the street at Mission Prep. First pitch, the home plate umpire says that Bernal went around on the pitch in the dirt. Bernal also listed as a left-handed pitcher, a two-way from Arroyo Grande. Bernal swings and misses over the top of a changeup. Very quickly, he's behind 0-2. Grounded out to third. Excuse me, grounded out to short in the third. It's singled in the second. The 0-2. Called strike 3. Bernal goes down on 3 pitches. Now there are 2 outs for Sean Rivas. Rivas led off the 4th and walked, stole a bag, and later scored. First pitch slider that misses away.
That plate is Sean Rivas.
Rivas will be going into his sophomore year of college. Another local from Paso Robles, a graduate of Mission Prep. 1-0 is a called strike, 1-1. Outside of the walk, Rivas grounded out in the second. He started all 3 games at first base. On the season, he is 2 for 8 with a couple of RBIs. He had a big base hit in last night's game. Gave the Blues a chance in the 9th. Blues came up just short. As he hits this one the other way, and that is going to be through, his 3rd knock of the season and his 1st of the day. 2 on with 2 out for Josue Garcia. He's had a couple of really nice at-bats in today's game. He had an RBI base hit in the 2nd, and he hit a hard line drive to center field in the 4th. That was caught. Garcia looking to give his team an insurance run. They've scored in 3 consecutive innings. In the dirt. Josue is a bat first catcher. Definitely hits the ball very, very well. Plays a good glove behind the plate as well. could be a very valuable player for this team. The last 2 seasons, Dean Traynor has done a catcher carousel where he's had 3 catchers who play every 3rd day. Pickoff move to second, and it goes into the outfield. But the runner on second, Gradell, didn't notice it in time. Garcia's a guy who could break that cycle. We're already kind of seeing it. There are 3 catchers on the roster. Gradell and Garcia are 2 of them. We're getting his second start already. No 3rd catcher. The 2-0 misses away. 3-0 now. Blues looking to extend. Friendly count for Garcia. Already has a run batted in today and draws a 4-pitch walk to load him up. Blues have now loaded the bases 3 times in this game. And it brings Munoz up, who's reached base safely both times today.
Now the plate for the Blues, number 12, the second baseman, Isaiah Munoz.
Munoz was trusted to pinch hit in the 9th inning yesterday with 2 outs and the winning run, or as the winning run, with the tying run on second base, and he struck out looking. 2 for 6 on the season as he takes that one for a called strike. Munoz, Cal State East Bay. Hits this one the other way on the ground to second for Altamura, who has trouble handling it, but will pick it up and throw it over to first in time, and the Blues leave them stranded. Through 5 innings, the Blues hold the lead, but they've stranded 9 runners on base, and the base is loaded twice as we go to the 6th. They look to maintain. Blues lead it 3-2 in the 6th inning. Nate Contreras going back out. He's retired 6 in a row. Very similar start to what Corbin Geeson did. He recorded the first 9 outs of his outing, and then in the 3rd got a little touched up. 3 base hits and a couple of runs. The first pitch misses away. Blues looking to bounce back after a 5-4 loss in last night's matchup as this pitch is swung on and hit hard to center field. Nahara switches his shoulders, finds it, and messes with the wind to make the out. 8 straight sat down. That brings up Bubba Martinez, who was the last hitter to reach base for the West Coast Kings. First pitch slider called strike. Front hip. Contreras has loved that pitch. It's been working all day for him. 0-1, another front hip slider. This one got a little more plate and it's fouled off. Quickly, Martinez is behind. Martinez hits this one on the ground. Diving is Munoz, and he can't keep it in the infield. Second hit of the day for Bubba Martinez. The first hit allowed by Nate Contreras. And it brings up John Bullock. Bullock, pair of strikeouts today. He's one of 3 batters who have 2 strikeouts. The other 2 are Caleb Hendricks and Jimmy McNeven. Blues pitching staff as a whole has 10 strikeouts. It's the 3rd day in a row. All 3 games this season, they've recorded 10 or more strikeouts. Runner goes. Pitch is upstairs. The throw down to second is going to just barely stay in the infield. Bubba Martinez steals second. It's a runner in scoring position for a Kings team that's trying to tie it up or take the lead. Fastball is a called strike to Bullock. Bullock 148 at-bats with the College of Marin. Takes this one upstairs. It's 3-1. Fouled back, count goes full. It's a 1-run lead for the Blues. Nate Contreras, a high school senior, looking to keep it that way. Slider misses outside. Back-to-back base runners reach. This time it's via a walk. And it puts 2 on with 1 out. It's going to bring out Brian Traynor to talk it over. Brian Traynor, the pitching coach. Dean Traynor is the head coach. Rene Regalado, third base and hitting coach. Vincent Regalado, our director of baseball operations, with Paul Texera, first base coach. Chaitz Garcia and Randy Kozar, 2 assistant coaches that round out this incredible staff that manage 53 games this summer for the Blues, who will compete in the California Collegiate League alongside 9 other teams split up into 2 divisions. Blues in the CCL North compete against teams like the Sonoma Stompers, who are about 4 hours north of here, Menlo Park Legends, the Walnut Creek Crawdads, and the San Francisco Seagulls. Down south, it's the Santa Barbara Foresters, the Caneo Oaks, the Academy Barons, the OC Riptide, as this ball is ripped into right, but Suzuki's there to make the catch. 2 outs now after a hard hit line out for Caleb Hendricks. That final CCL South team is the Arroyo Seco Saints.
There's a pinch hitter in number 22.
Pinch hitter is number 22,
Believed to be Cruz Van Syke.
who might be Cruz Van Slyke. Listed as a pitcher, maybe getting some reps as a hitter, but he goes down on strikes. That's going to do it. A couple of base runners, but Contreras has done a really nice job on the mound. The high school senior works out of the inning, and we go to the bottom of the 6th inning with the Blues coming up looking to extend their lead.
Recordings live giveaway 600.
This half inning is brought to you by Studio Design Group Architects. The Blues have the top of the order with Dom Nahar coming up against Mike Volkman. Blues have a 1-run lead. They allowed 2 runs in the 3rd, but tied it up in the bottom half of that inning and took the lead in the 4th. That's where we stand at 3-2. Up and away to Dom Nahar. Nahar, a dangerous base runner. He's reached base safely twice today, but both times were to load the bases. Up the middle. Porter has it, has to make a strong throw. and does just that to get Nahar for the first out. Brings up A.J. Martinez, who was hit by a pitch and then made a base running mistake in the fourth.
Heading now for the Blues, number 33, A.J. Martinez.
First pitch to Martinez is a called strike. Martinez, on top of that hit by pitch, has 2 groundouts and is behind in the count here, 0-2. Playing in his final game of the summer for the Blues. It was a quick one. A temporary player is just helping out early in the year. As he is going to strike out, the ball is dropped and the throw to first is in time. K2-3 in the scorebook for the second out brings up Brendan Comerford. Comerford has really hit the ball hard in all 3 at-bats. The last one, not as hard as the first 2. Gotten a little unlucky in the fourth, however. He lined out right at the glove of Zach Altamura. First pitch is foul tipped into the mitt of Hendricks. Right on right matchup. Comerford takes this one down and away. The Blues rocking their Sunday yellows with the white pants. For the visiting Dodgers, it's light gray bottoms, dark gray tops with yellow lettering, gray caps with the yellow bills. This one outside.
Everybody clap your hands. Come on, y'all. Everybody clap your hands.
It's 2-1 to the very dangerous Comerford upstairs. Comerford as a Blue last year. Got a ball out. Also had 3 other extra base hits, 2 doubles, and a triple. 3-1. Misses up and in. Comerford's reached base safely for the 3rd time, and it's a 2-out walk.
At bat now for the Blues, number 16, right fielder, Jose Suzuki.
Gives Suzuki, another returning Blues player, a chance with 2 outs and a runner on. Similar situation to the first, as Suzuki watches a strike. Comerford reached base safely on a single in the first that gave Suzuki a chance where he grounded out. Here, 2 outs and Comerford draws a walk to allow Suzuki to hit with 2 outs. On the ground, foul. Little out in front, and it puts Suzuki behind. 0 for 3 day for him. 3rd start of the season and just as many games for the Blues. On the year, 3 for 9. Curveball hit hard right at the second baseman, who knocks it down and will touch second himself to end the inning. Unfortunate break on a hard hit ball from Suzuki. 94-mile-an-hour ground out. We're going to go to the 7th with the Blues still up by a run. 3 great innings for the high school senior. Nate Contreras gives up just 1 hit and 1 walk, strikes out 4 with no runs, and hands the ball off to a Cougar from Cuesta College, Zach Savino. Savino already got an appearance this year. He's the first guy to get a second appearance on the mound. He threw an inning, gave up a hit, no runs, no walks, and struck out 2 in the 9-3 win to start the year. First pitch to Davis Minton. This is upstairs. Minton, pinch hitting for Ethan Flynn, who went 0 for 2 today. Savino pumps in a strike to get into the count. 2-1. This one sliced the other way. Rivas makes the catch. Good play by Rivas to eliminate extra bases. One out. Another pinch hitter. Zach Altamura is done. Ron Dutt is in. Dutt takes this one up and in. A ball on a strike. Inside, 2-1 now. Dutt, or number 1, is an infielder from Yuba College. Did not play for Yuba. Prior to that, played for the Rams of the City College of San Francisco. Fouls this one off. The 23-24 season, he got 13 hits and 64 at-bats, one of those hits for extra bases. Struck out 18 times compared to his 6 walks. A graduate of Rockland High School. 2-2. Swung on and missed. A dirty slider that gives Savino his first strikeout. Two outs. Blues pitching really done a nice job since that 2-run third. And it's another pinch hitter. Caleb Hendricks. That's not correct. Caleb Hendricks started this game. So we have no idea who this is. Caleb Hendricks started this game and has since been replaced. So there's no way that this could possibly be him. I think there's a little jersey confusion on opening day for the Kings. But it's 2-0 to whoever's at the plate. That one misses inside. And it's not easy to decipher either. This is a roster of 40 people, and 38 of them are right-handed hitters. Called strike, 3-1. We're just going to call them number 9. Rayshawn Priest is done after an RBI single with a stolen base where he scored and a strikeout, as number 9 did not like that call. Full count. Curveball upstairs. Ball 4. 2-out walk. And there is a base runner on. And I think the numbers being all wrong have us all messed up here. McNiven, who's supposed to hit in this spot, is listed as number 6 on the roster, but this is number 8 at the plate. Number 8 is Emmett Johnson, so it's probably one of them. 1-0, swung on a miss. Two-out walk puts number 9 on first. 1-1's in the dirt, gets away from Garcia. It's going to be a wild pitch. Move a runner into scoring position. That run on second serves as the tying run. It's 3-2 here at Sinsheimer. Called strike. And the deuces are wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. With a runner on second base. Top of the order waits on deck. Scheduled is Blake Porter. But he won't come up. Called strike 3 will end the inning. It's time to stretch at Sinsheimer with the Blues leading by a run. It's a 1-run ball game, and there's a new pitcher in for the West Coast Kings who's wearing the number 29. There's no number 29 on our roster, so another mystery player for the Kings. He is going to face Jack Gradell, designated hitter, who's 1 for 2 today. His hit came in the 5th. Upstairs, ball 1. On the ground to third, it's a fair ball, backhanded by McNiven. The throw to first is just in time. Brings up Ty Bernal with 1 out and nobody on. Blues holding a 1-run lead would love some insurance. They haven't scored since the 4th. They haven't put up a crooked number today. 3 French fries up on the board in the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. On deck is Sean Rivas. Bernal swings and misses through the fastball. Bernal had a single in the 2nd, was gunned down trying to score, a ground out in the 3rd, and a strikeout looking in the 5th. Curveball, called strike. Sinker curveball so far is what we've seen from this new pitcher, a right-hander. 1-2. Home plate umpire says he went around. That will be a strikeout. 2nd in a row for Bernal, and 2 quick ones. Bring up Sean Rivas. A little over 2 hours into this game. First pitch was at 4:02. Away with the off speed for ball 1. Sean Rivas has started all 3 games this weekend at first base. As he hits this one hard into center field, Martinez moves back and to his left to make the catch. It's a quick 1-2-3 inning as the Blues go down quietly. We head to the 8th inning. It's a 3-2 ball game here at Sinsheimer.
The Footloose Frenzy, another great Blues tradition.
This half inning is brought to you by SLO County Golf. The Blues lead it by a run. Zach Savino back out there to face Blake Porter, who slices the first pitch in front of Kosei Suzuki for a leadoff single. Kings already trail this game by a run, looking to grab it, the lead back. They held it very briefly in the 3rd inning. Leadoff base runner with good speed. And It brings up Bubba Martinez, who's 2 for 3 today with a couple of base knocks. Squares the bunt, pulls it back, and it's called a strike. Rivas holds on at first. Runner goes. Called strike. The throw down to second. In time. The tag. There. A great throw by Josue Garcia to erase the base runner. Swung on a miss. Strike 3, and just like that, there's 2 outs. Strikeout number 14 for this Blues pitching staff, an early season high. Strikeout. That brings up John Bullock. 0 for 2 today with a couple of strikeouts and a walk. First pitch is spiked in the dirt.
Hot sauce, number 690, 690. Head on over to the marketing tab. Get your bottle of hot sauce from Bonton Creole Cafe.
Slice the other way, foul. One count to the first baseman. He takes a fastball for a strike. Blues pitching has been great today. 14 strikeouts as that one's hit softly the other way, backhanded by Martinez. A long throw is in time. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Blues looking to extend their 1-run lead right here on the SLO Blues streaming network. Garcia, Munoz, and Nahar due up here in the bottom of the 8th inning to face a right-handed pitcher who we still don't know the name of. But he looked good in his first inning against the Blues. Sat Gradal, Bernal, and Rivas down in order. Strike 1 to Josue Garcia, 2-year player at Allen Hancock. Looking for a 4-year to call home to continue his career. I don't think he'll have a problem. First team All-Western State Conference. That one slipped out of the hands of the pitcher. Originally from Santa Maria, California. Didn't go too far to play That was JC ball against Alan Hancock. That one misses down. 332 career at-bats with the Bulldogs. 128 hits. Down low, ball 3. At the first pitch strike, Garcia has been patient at the plate, worked himself into a very favorable count. Whoever the pitcher is, they like to work quick too. 3-1's off the hands, and this is blooped into right field. A collision in right field between two of the Kings players as Garcia is going to get into second base. Both players are shaken up after that one. And officially it's going to go as a double for Josue Garcia. We're going to take a break while the athletic trainer tends to the player down on the field. But don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Everyone seems to be okay. We're ready to resume baseball. A leadoff double from Josue Garcia. Brings up Isaiah Munoz. The Blues trying to extend their lead. It's currently a one-run game. Throw to second and hits Garcia. Munoz still awaits the first pitch to him. Garcia taking a smaller lead off second base now. Grabs an extra step. Munoz squares the butt and pops it up. Luckily, the catcher, Hendricks, couldn't figure out where it was, and it lands in foul territory. So Dean Traynor opting to play a little bit of small ball to try to push Garcia, I should say, over to third base. Munoz swings away here and is a little late on the fastball. 0-2 to the second baseman for the Blues, who has a hit and a walk in today's game. Was stranded on third after the single in the fifth and was stranded on second in the second. Also grounded out in the fifth inning. Here's the 0-2. A back pick to second base as Garcia dives in safely. It's 1-2. Garcia looking to provide an extra spark, driving his first run of the summer. Takes this one down and away. 2-2 now. Munoz, in his 3 years at 3 different colleges, his most productive season was by far when he was at the College of the Sequoias, where he batted just shy of 400. He takes this for a called strike 3, and he knew it. First out of the inning. And it brings up the leadoff hitter, Dom Nahar, who's hitless today, has recorded a hit in each of the first 2 games. Reached on an error and walked today. Those are sandwiched between a fly out and a ground out. Garcia hit a leadoff double. He stands on second. Blues looking to close out their second win of the season. Move towards Garcia, and nobody's covering. Dom Nahar at the Division II level. This last year batted .281 with 16 extra base hits. The 0-1 is barely tapped, and the umpire says it's foul. Nahar led his Division II Cal State East Bay team in runs and stolen bases in his first season, batting great base running, as he's done for the Blues early in this season. This one swung on and hit high and pretty deep out into the left field, but it's going to hook foul. Still 0-2 to the leadoff batter. Recorded 3 stolen bases in yesterday's game. Pitch swung on and missed. First strikeout of the day for Dom Nahar, his second of the season. 1,833 folks enjoyed the game in person today. Remember, if you want to come see a game in person, that's bluesbaseball.com, or you could click the link in the description of this live stream. The link there both for the roster and where to get single game tickets. First pitch to AJ Martinez, who's 0 for 3 today, is a called strike. Martinez drove in a run when he was hit by a pitch in the 4th. Leadoff double for the Blues. Garcia is the one who hit it, and he still stands on second. Good speed at second, especially for a catcher. Going on anything with 2 outs, a base hit would score him, as this ball is sizzled but foul. 96 off the bat. Turned on it a little too much. 1-2. Blues lead it by a run. Slider chopped on the ground to third. Backing up is McNiven. His long throw across the diamond is going to get Martinez to end the inning. The Blues can't capitalize on a leadoff double, and they strand Garcia on second. The Kings will have one more opportunity in the top of the 9th inning. They need 1 to tie it and 2 to take the lead. The Kings have 3 outs to score at least 1 run if they want to extend or win this game. It's a new pitcher to try to get the save. First save opportunity for the Blues this season. It's Chance Giasso. Giasso threw on opening day against the Coastal Dodgers. He threw an inning, walked a batter, and struck out a batter. Blues pitching staff hasn't allowed a run since the 3rd inning. 5 straight zeros on the scoreboard, and they'll look to make it 6 with a left-handed hitter and a pinch hitter. Nathan Hui leading it off. Hui fouls it back, and it's 0-2. Giasso out of the windup. 0-2 is an off speed that's fouled back. Well, Hui, who is pinch hitting, just finished up his high school career with Jay Serra. Pomona pitcher commit. Curveball is hit on the ground to second, scooped up by Munoz. His throw is a little high, but no trouble for Rivas. 2 more outs for the Blues. As it brings up Cruz Van Slyke.
We would like them to be able to go home before tomorrow's game. So if you could look around you, pick up your trash, and put it in the trash can as you leave the stadium, our team would really appreciate that.
1 out. Van Slyke hits the first pitch down the first baseline. Rivas makes a great play and flips it over to the pitcher covering. That's Chance Giasso. Just like that, the Kings are down to their final out. It's good to see Rivas make a nice play there. Temporary guy, only here for this weekend and next. He's had his fair share of struggles defensively at first base. Makes a big-time play right there. Keep runners off the path. Now it's Davis Minton. He pinch hit in the 7th and lined out to the aforementioned Rivas. Down and away, 1-1. Minton from San Mateo and plays Division III ball at Chapman University. 1-1 up and in. So last year, he didn't appear for the Panthers, who participate in the Southern California Intercollegiate Athletic Conference. Trying to get on base and act as the tying base runner. Deuces are wild. The Blues 1 strike away from picking up win number 2 on the season. Chance Giasso looking for the first Blues save of the summer. Comes set at the numbers and delivers. Popped up and out of play. Oh, a great play made by a fan. How about it?
She didn't even spill her beer. Thanks to Big Brand Tire for sponsoring our free foul balls tonight.
Didn't even get out of her chair to make the grab. As Minton stays alive. Popped up. This one's going to be in play. Martinez waves his arms, calls everyone off, and makes the grab. The Blues get the win. Early inning offense gets it done, and then the pitching closes it out. Chance Jasso gets the first save of the season for the Blues. Really early in the game, the offense was sparked by Josue Garcia, who reached base safely in the second and had an RBI. An RBI ground out from Gradal and an RBI hit by pitch. That's how the Blues scored their 3 runs in an unorthodox way. Might clean up the defense a little bit, just the one error on Bernal early in the game that allowed Altamura to get all the way to third and later score one of those 2 runs. Chance Jasso picks up the save, and that is going to do it for the Blues and the Kings on this Sunday afternoon. Well, we got one more game this weekend. It's tomorrow with the first pitch at 2 o'clock p.m. The Ancient Owl pregame show will start right around 1:50. Make sure you tune into that for some more in-depth coverage of today's game and what's to come for tomorrow's game as the Blues players tip their caps to the fans and they cheer back at them. We say so long from San Luis Obispo at Sinsheimer. It's the Blues 3 and the Kings 2. Have a great rest of your day, and we will see you on Memorial.